So it's another day out here in the Philippines. And if you don't know, we are in the heart of the summertime, which is in April. It's actually one of the hottest months out here. But for some reason, I'm not feeling it too strong. It is hot, like it's almost 40, but other years, I think the last year I came, it was actually more intense. And I was blogging almost every day when it was very hot. Right now it's probably like, let me check my time, 4 o'clock, still hot, but I think maybe in an hour is when it kind of cools down a little bit. But the thing, but the thing is, in the summertime, I feel like over here, the vibes, they hit different, you know, and I'm a guy who I really don't like the heat or humidity, but just being here in the Philippines, I don't know why, it doesn't seem to bother me, man, because just the vibes hit different, and being over 15 years in New York City, you know, over there we get the 4 seasons, which is beautiful, but then I feel like every year, I don't know if my age has something to do with it, it was getting colder and colder, and my skin, it was getting like rash all over the body, and I felt like I was getting sensitive. If you guys have not experienced a cold like you experience in New York City, of course, there's places that are way colder, but sometimes it gets so intense, like your bones start hurting. And if it's windy, forget it. Even over there where there's a lot of skyscrapers and it's surrounded by water, it's intense. So I think I'm at a point of my life, I'm almost 40 years old. I'm at a point over my life where I don't mind a beautiful, sunny, blue sky, 100+ degree weather or 40+ Celsius weather. Then I think I'd rather have this over goddamn 15 degrees Fahrenheit weather and gray sky and no leaves in the tree. Like I feel like that's depressing. But over here, just like the vibes are just, you know, hitting different and people are out and about no matter what. So I'm over here in High Street. I was gonna go to another neighborhood. I was gonna try to take the Ancas for the first time because I've never taken a scooter. I literally download the app and you can save a lot of money, but I am heading tomorrow to the province to blog over there to the beach. So I think I'm just gonna save my energy for tomorrow to blog in the island. And then when I come back to Metro Manila, I'll start blogging different neighborhoods out here. So I'm just gonna see what's happening around Bonifacio Global City area. But ahead of me is like a shade and a lot of people, so it's gonna get actually more interesting. The traffic is gonna start building up because over here, like the highway in 32nd Street, it takes you all the way towards EDSA. Maybe I can walk the entire left in 32nd Street. I've done that before. Over here you see the traffic jam with the Ancas and all of that. This truck almost hit this motorbike right here. That's crazy. And then here you see all the motorbikes there. Mostly joyride, Ancas, etc., delivery drivers. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a cool experience for me to ride in one of those and blog it. Stay tuned for that video of the many times I've been out here. I never rode in a scooter of those. I rode in a motorbike when I was in Siargao. You know, my fiance was driving, but like riding in one of these rideshare apps, I haven't done it. And you gotta wear mandatory if you're in Manila. You gotta wear like a helmet. You know, in the province or outside Manila, a lot of people, they just drive crazy, you know, without helmets, but in Manila, it's mandatory. So I'm only like a block from High Street, and I'm gonna walk towards Terra area where the amphitheater is, because I just like the area. It's like much more chiller. And then I'll probably start making it towards High Street area to see what are the vibes over there. But pretty early today. Today is Thursday, so I'm not really expecting much crowd. But still to see how the vibes are hitting right here in the summertime. And the many times I walk out here, I see it pretty busy today. Over here's a shade, and then a lot of people, they wait for the bus stop that will take you to Juan Ayala. But we're gonna walk straight to see what's going on the other side. And then I wanna show you towards my left side, some futuristic buildings that's kind of giving me a vibe like if I'm in Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, like it has like kind of like that similar structure. I think it's better if I cross the street towards the other side to show you what's happening. But to my surprise, I'm starting to see the area a little bit more busier than usual. And it's not really that bad because a lot of areas in the Philippines, they have trees, you know, comparing to other countries in Southeast Asia. So I feel like you literally shelter up. And plus the malls, they help you balance out, you know, with the heat over here. But I'm gonna cross the street and try to get you the views of the skyscrapers on the other side. And this is the local park over here by 30th Street, but I want to show you the buildings that are in the other side. It has like a futuristic vibe that I can tell you, it could rival with neighboring modern Southeast Asian cities. Trying to see where can I get a clearer view, because it's over here. I'm not sure if it's like a call center. It's actually these 2 buildings over here, but a lot of the buildings that they got in Bonifacio are nice. And even in Ortigas, they got some really nice looking buildings, and Makati, of course. But Makati, it hits different because I feel like it's more authentic. Even though it's known for the skyscrapers, they have like a lot of residential areas that, I don't know, it looks different with a lot of beautiful trees. This over here is just like a pretty much brand new design planned city, but I like it so far. So the buildings I'm talking about, it even has like plants in between. So that's something that's pretty unique and modern. Despite me not really feeling much the heat, I'll tell you, it literally sneaks through, because maybe you don't feel it, but if you stay out for a long time, you can start feeling like heart rates and stuff if you don't take care of, you don't drink waters. Like a lot of people, they be struggling from heat stroke out here with the heat, especially if you're an elder people or you have health issues. So, you know, a lot of people, they love the heat, but sometimes you just gotta take care and don't underestimate the temperature, you know, because it can really sneak by and give you health problems. And you guys know I'm a fan of street art here. They got a beautiful one. It's like a community vibe where the trees combine together. That makes it look pretty nice and neat. Ahead of me is a famous high street, and they got brand stores that they got in the US and other countries. I was literally here earlier buying a pair of shorts and buying a couple of things for my fiance. Now I bought a pair of shorts because I'm gonna hit the beach tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna go in the water, but I'm gonna walk around the sand, and I'm the guy that has really skinny legs. I don't like showing my legs unless I'm inside the house, but at the same time, I'm at a point where, you know, I shouldn't care, you know, everybody's built different. Some people are tall, other people are short, other people are chubby, and others are slim like myself. I'm about 70 kilos, but that's like what, 156? But I used to be much more slimmer when I was younger. So now, I guess it's my age too, but I just came to the fact that I just accept the way how I am. So I bought myself a pair of shorts, and I'm gonna wear sandals, shirt, and a hat, trying out different styles to see what's going on. But now let's hit the other side to see what's going on. And here we are by High Street. You see it there, it says Bonifacio High Street. And there is people, but it's not too busy like it usually is. Like later, and you see the motorbikes. No matter where you go in the Philippines, there's motorcycles all over. And then you can rent scooters over here and get around different parts of the district. So now is when I'm starting to feel the heat. I'm starting to feel the sweat kick in, even though the numbers are not really high to like comparing to last year. But like I say, if you stay out for too long, I already been out for a good 15, 20 minutes maybe. And imagine if I were to go like at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, that's when the heat hits and pretty intense. So that might explain why there's not really much people outside. You see a lot of cities and towns in the Philippines, they come out to life in the afternoon. And I heard if you hit the province, that's when the heat feels even more intense than Metro Manila. And I think I believe that, because I've been, you know, to different areas of the province and the heat hits different. Let me just show you this little street. It's like a parking lot, but it got a little bit of street art in the first level. So it's a parking lot on top, but they managed to cover it and make it look like a regular building, and then basic street art on the side. So far it's looking pretty good. And then ahead of me used to be, I think like a strip mall called the Fort Strip. They tore it down, and well, it's a pretty big space, so I'm not sure what they're gonna build there. I was seeing some renderings. Apparently it's gonna be like a luxury mall and condo, but I think they could really benefit of building a local park with trees. Let's see. That would be good if they had like a huge park over here, you know, to balance it out a little bit. This is it right here. It's an empty lot. No goodbyes and later, so I guess they're gonna build something, and you see the modern skyscrapers. And this over here is the other local park in 28th Street, which I think I prefer this park over the one in 30th Street. It is just more cool, and then the plaza over there that connects it to the other side. And this park is really cool because they got, you know, everything. A lot of people bring their childs to play out here. And it's pretty nice. I feel like it's a community vibe over here, combined with the modern buildings and condos. And this is it right here. Pretty nice. It's not too busy today, but usually, you know, a lot of people, they would come and hang out here. And then you merge on the other side, and it's like a plaza, which it looks pretty cool. Then they decorate it. And the nighttime is nice too, because they got a lot of beautiful lights. And this local park is called Terra, from 6 in the morning to 10 o'clock at night. So this is like the Terra district of Bonifacio Global City, and then the plaza that connects you to the amphitheater or the arts district of BGC. And I'm doing a detour here because I've never been in this side, even though I walked past it many times, but I see like a mural ahead of me that I want to check out. It really looks like it's a basketball mural. Basketball is actually big here in the Philippines, and I'm a fan of basketball. I used to like it more when I was a teenager, but I still love basketball, one of my favorite sports. So I want to check out the mural ahead of me to see what it is. I still want to hit like a basketball court. I think it's somewhere in Taguig, a big one that a lot of bloggers go. So, and they have a mural of Kobe Bryant, so I want to check it out. So I never check out this side, and then ahead of me is where they got the basketball mural that I want to see. and a couple of restaurants around here. You see it's a nice area, then residential units right here. All of this around here was surrounded by nice looking buildings. And this is it right here. Nothing crazy, but it's a nice looking mural. Like I say, basketball is one of the huge national sports in the Philippines. So they got this nice mural out here. They even have a Michael Jordan store. I didn't know they had that right there. And the street mural right behind me. So it's a first for me seeing this. Because I always shortcut in the other side, I always skip this side. So it's funny because here in Bonifacio Global City, it's like you gotta walk in every single corner and explore. See the guys where you can park your bikes. And then they got more plaza over here, more greenery. So literally like a walking city in every single angle. And this is the Michael Jordan store, and then the condos over there, and then on the other side it should be SM Ahora and Market. But yeah, Jordan right here. And then this here should connect me towards the other side. So I just discovered another area where you could shortcut. And then here we end up in 11th Avenue and the condos that divides Market and SM Ahora. So I never knew about this little plaza right here. And if you go over here, it would take you to C5, which is another area that connects you to the, I think it's called Eslet, which is a major highway that would take you towards Tagaytay, Cavite, and I think Calamba area. So see, it's literally like high residential units all over no matter what. But really well done plan buildings that can resist any natural disaster. Then this area, I've seen it from a further distance, but I never walked by it. They have like an overpassing bridge that connects you through these apartments to the other side. Sorry about the sun. So I guess they're part of the same owner or same brand, and then you can just shortcut to one side to another one. Like over here, see, they got this bridge here that connects you to these apartments. So I guess they're part of the same brand. It's giving me vibes like if I'm back in Singapore. Like I went to a neighborhood outside the city center and they had areas that looked just like this and with the trees combined together. See, so pretty beautiful urban planning. Even though I did enjoy exploring Singapore, I just feel like the vibe here in the Philippines or in Metro Manila hits different. Like here, there's more action going on, there's more people. Singapore is a beautiful, well-planned city, but I feel like it's more like a city for people to just to work and go home. Like usually what I noticed was that the city center wasn't really packed with people. Something that no matter where you go in the Philippines, it's vibrant, there's always people, there's street food, and you would never get bored out here. And here I am in the busy entrance, and then you got SM Ahora over there. And the other side is a satellite office where there's a tall building, and you got the immigration office. That's where I usually go and extend my tourist visa. There's also another neighborhood once you get behind SM Ahora. There's a little tiny neighborhood that takes you to C5 that kind of reminds me of the Buta shortcut, like a little regular neighborhood, not developed like this, but I think it usually serves like people who live around there and they can come and work out here and probably get like cheaper food prices. So maybe I'll take a little peek to see what's going on right there. They also have like a basketball court, just like a little staircase that takes you right into C5. And then you see like always traffic jam coming out here. Now I'm just gonna cross the street towards the other side. I think another reason why I feel like the heat is kind of kicking me a little bit is because even though it's been almost a week, I feel like I'm still not recovering from jet lag. You know, I went to New York City, stayed there for only a week and a half or 10 days, and then I came right back. So I feel like it's kicking me in and it's kind of messing up like my eating habits and my appetite. But yeah, like I'm saying, I'm just taking it easy, trying to rest the most I can and stay hydrated. So I know little by little I'll be back on track 100%. And then this is by SM Ahora, and then over there, there's a little hidden gem, like a regular neighborhood, and they have a basketball court in the back. I've never been in the inside, so it's like kind of like a barangay that they built up when they found out they were going to develop this district. Because back like 20 years ago, there was literally nothing out here. Like I was looking at Google Maps, 2005, there was literally kind of nothing here, just like a flat surface, and then they just developed this into a mega city. So here's the area that I'm talking about. If you turn the camera right here, just like a little regular barangay. And it goes all the way towards C5. The streets are pretty narrow, but I feel they have like a lot of street food and activity going on because I see tons of people going inside and out. So another cool thing, but it's literally pushed back in the edge of the corner of Bonifacio Global City. They have like a little greenway park. I'm not sure if I covered the last time like a little piece of it, but I'm looking at the map. They got one all the way at the end near the cemetery. So I'm probably gonna take a look at it to see what does it look like. I think it's like a little greenway where people can jog, do a little bit of exercise and everything. So I think that's gonna be pretty interesting for me to check out. They have like a huge empty lot. There's people doing like a movie or a photo shoot. And you can see how it's surrounded by all the skyscrapers up on the Foster Global City. Maybe over here in the future they'll develop something. The way how I see it, they can literally develop a nice urban oasis or park with a lake or something. That way it balances out, you know, this urban plan district. You know, this way it would take you to another side. I think this side it goes to McKinley, I forgot the name, Parkway or something like that. I could be wrong, but that McKinley Parkway, it goes all the way to Makati, and it's probably one of the most expensive areas. So I don't think it's really allowed to film because it passes Forbes Park, and a lot of important people out here in the Philippines live there. So security is super, super tight. Even though I passed by a car and a Grab, but I don't know, I wouldn't dare to film around the area. There was actually even a guard strapped up with a big gun protecting a house when I passed by there. So that's how it explains to you how secure the area is. So I got a little bit wrong looking at the map now. Usually when I see the map that says BDC Greenway Park, that's kind of where it starts, the famous McKinley Parkway, which is a pretty wealthy street. But I mean, you can pass by it in a car and a bike and it's nice, but just don't film. So this area needs to be filled more. There's a lot of empty lots combined with modern buildings. Like I say, in the future, they'll probably develop a little bit more out here. This will take it towards McKinley Parkway. You got a background with the buildings behind me, all being built up. I'm gonna be careful in the other side. I already see the modern mansions, Forbes Park, so I'm gonna be careful where I point the camera out here. So this over here is the Greenway, which I never knew they had this. You can literally, a lot of people that are running over here, and I'm getting new into this running thing. Back again, you know, my fiance, she's a runner. She runs in these marathons, 10K. And I've been starting, you know, I invested in a pair of shoes, running clothes, and I'm starting to get now into the running. I run around BGC at nights. So I'm probably gonna bring her here so she can run, we can run together. But pretty cool concept that I got right here. So decided to take like a few minute break, but now I think I'm just gonna walk around this Greenway. I think it takes me towards the other side near Resort Drive, you know. So I guess it's, despite this neighborhood, you know, it's walkable everywhere. They even have like shortcuts, so it's pretty crazy, but this is like an example for well-planned city. And this is it. I don't think biking is allowed, but people can walk, jog, run. There was actually a foreigner doing some running training earlier, which I saw, so you know, like I say, it's literally like a city that has it all for everybody. And looking at this, it feels like if I'm back home in the States. Just like if I'm in North New Jersey or even one of the boroughs of New York City, the way how they got the layout set up with the grass and everything. I've been to a lot of countries in Southeast Asia. I think the Philippines, even though this is not really like the real deal, you know, there's a lot of local neighborhoods, but the Philippines has like a lot of neighborhoods that literally reminds me like if I'm back home in the States. So if you want to go to a country in Southeast Asia and you feel a little bit of homesick, I think Philippines is a good place for you to come, especially Metro Manila. But also explore barangays, explore local districts, go to the provinces, travel throughout the island, because there's so much beauty out in this sacred country right here. I can't believe that I never knew about this Greenway, because the thing is I always surpass this on a car when I'm driving or Grab, but behind these buildings, they have this area where people can just jog and run. So this is a prime example of what a city should be like. You see, it keeps going. It's literally right behind these tall residential units. So you're never gonna get bored no matter what part of BGC you live. In the beautified area with plants, trees, and everything. I think that's kind of Resort Drive over there. Or maybe in the other side, but I'm gonna walk this all the way towards the end to see where this leads me to. Seems like these people are gonna do a little photo shoot or a picnic. Yeah, seems like it. Yeah, but this is a good way for you to exercise, so I'm gonna start running over here in the future and bring my fiance so we can run back and forth. My question would be, at what time does this close? And I wonder if it lights up in the nighttime. Only one way to find out, because I'm not seeing any type of light here. Maybe it will, because this is like a recreational exercise area, but it's better to run like in the afternoon or nighttime, because in the daytime the heat is too intense. And I think this is the area that I was walking by the other time, but I never went towards this way and noticed this. So see, now this goes all the way towards the other side, but look at these trees, how beautiful it is. Kind of giving me a little semi-vibe of Ayala Triangle Park. See, this is like a real park, the trees and all of that. That's what I'm saying, where you see those empty lots that I was showing you guys, they should build more parks like this with big trees, not little trees, like big trees. And that way, kind of helps out with the weather, especially in the summertime that it gets brutally hot over here. You know, I think it would be like a perfect balance. And then towards my left side is the golf course. So it kind of borders. I think this is the ending of the park. I tell you, this is my first time walking around here. Seems like a lot of people, when they come to BGC, they skip a lot of areas in the neighborhoods. They focus mostly like in the High Street and the Uptown Mall where they got the fountain, but there's much more to this neighborhood. You got more here, like a loop or something. Right here you got a sacred cat, but he's sleeping. Wow. And then you see people jogging. So this is a perfect spot to jog in peace. Wow, it keeps going in the other side. Let's see where this lets me to. It keeps going here, and they got the scaffolding, and look at the trees. How nice it is. That's crazy, I never knew that this was right here. Good thing that it literally came up to my mind. Let me check the park, because my fiance actually did mention the name about this park. And I always see it in the Google Maps, but it never came to my idea to explore and run it. This is actually amazing right here. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of giving me vibes of the Chelsea Highline in New York City. Kind of something like that, but this is more like for exercise. Like 70% of the people that you see out here are jogging and running. So now I know where I'm gonna jog safely. But most of BGC, even in the regular streets, is safe to run around, but this is a good area designated for that. So pretty genius, not only a city to work, shop, eat, etc., a city for you to exercise, so no excuse really. See, it just keeps going. It's literally right behind the condos that I walk by every time. And then the golf course is right here, so yeah, this is cool. I like this concept that's going on right here. Look how beautiful this is with the trees and the flowers. I'm actually very impressed with this, you know? Metro Manila never stops to amaze me with everything that it offers. So it seems like this is the ending of it, so it takes me towards this area where the Wells Fargo Bank is. So I never knew that this is sister right here, and I think there's also like a local barangay or something happening over here. I gotta go straight over this way, and then you see all the BGC buses parked right here. So it seems like it's a, well, I'm not sure these buses are operational, but yeah. Seems like if I go over there, it's like a hidden gem. And then here we are in the other side of the neighborhood. So I've never been in this side, you know, but this would take me straight back, I think, to 32nd Street. Then one side takes you to Edsa and Calayan, and then the other one takes you back towards High Street. This is 31st Street, and 32nd is on the other side. Yo, I'm thirsty, yo. And then like over there behind me, not sure if you can see it, that's where the greenway is. And then we're making it back into the city center. I'm thirsty, man. The heat is no joke, but gonna walk a little bit forward, then wrap up and head back home, and I'll get refreshment and take a well-deserved shower. The heat is not too bad, but it's still not a joke. Like if you stay out for too long, you start feeling the effects of the weather. You see all the high-rise buildings. I've never been in this side, so it's new for me, even though I live here. But somewhere around here should be Burgos Circle. This is First Avenue. I think when I head to Second Avenue, that's where Burgos Circle is. So every single block in Bonifacio Global City is worth to explore. And this is Second Avenue. I've always go where Burgos Circle is, but I never walk like this side over here. Like I say, it feels like if you're back home in the States, streets, the trees, and everything balancing together makes it look nice. And then they got like a lot of shops right here. And then that's 32nd, I would take it straight into Edsa. But see, even on a summer day, the vibes are hitting different, like the energy level. And I haven't been in a while in the older part of Manila. I'm pretty sure over there is gonna be busy, like Binondo, Divisoria, so I'm kind of missing it. I gotta head back there and make a video. And this is the one and only Burgos Circle, which underneath here they got something, I forgot how many feet on the ground is, but it's like a planning development that avoids flooding in the whole district of Bonifacio Global City. So a lot of cities in Metro Manila, they should do the same concept and avoid, you know, flooding in other neighborhoods out here. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm still in Pampers in terms of moving out here. Only being here for a couple of months, but I gotta say that I'm really loving it every day. It's like an adventure. Doesn't even feel like I'm working or anything. It just feels like happiness and excitement, you know. And I think I did a really good choice in resigning my job and leaving North New Jersey, New York City area and live out here. Because that way I can be here in the city, then I could take a flight 1 hour and be in the beach or in the nature. Or in 2 hours I could be in places like Taiwan, Hong Kong. A couple more hours I can be like in Thailand and other countries. So that's another thing I like about this region, that within a couple of hours I'm in multiple countries. Comparing to the United States, I could fly 4 or 5 hours and still be in the same country. So I can't be happier than ever. I'm really happy of being out here. This is a high street area that would take you to Fifth Avenue, Times Square. But I've filmed there many times, so I'm just gonna find a spot for me to wrap up the video. You know, I'm glad I'll show you the greenway. That greenway is actually pretty cool. Just finished up the video and I'm literally like bath up in sweat. But I think I'm gonna conclude it for today. Tomorrow I'm heading to another area that's famous. I've been already, but haven't been there like in 3 years or more. And I wanna see what it looks like during the summertime. Stay tuned, it's gonna be amazing. But I think I'm gonna conclude the video over here. So that was the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Be safe out there. Everybody, God bless y'all, and peace.